Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey.
First wheatgrass of the day. Always feels so good.
Yes.
Got your beet juice.
Energy.
If you are watching this right now and you're someone who has maybe considered network marketing but kind of never found anything that they could really get behind, or if you kind of got the ick factor from network marketing, like, just thought that was just something that just is not something you would ever do, and you've had bad experiences maybe in the past with people who have approached you, or if you've been in network marketing, this video may be for you.
Yeah, and people come across us on YouTube because they're looking into Purium or maybe network marketing and just wanting to understand it better, hopefully, wanting to explore. So we have been in Purium for 6 years now. We're at 2-star crown rank, and that is a multiple 6-figure income. For those who don't know, and what that has led to is a lot of freedom, like time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom for us and our 2 kids. We have 2 daughters, and what we wanted to share was how we got here, because it's a bit unconventional. We came in and, it might sound cliche that we were not anti MLM, we just would never do it before, honestly.
It was not on the radar of anything I would ever
a perfect example.
I wouldn't seek it out, that's for sure.
Like you were, a situation where you were kind of like almost cornered into a position where someone was in an MLM trying to recruit you. Yeah. It gave you the ick factor, and you said,
totally.
I remember you saying like,
Such
I never would do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So trust us when we say that we came from that. And most people don't understand network marketing, MLM, or they have adversity to it. So it's
understandably,
okay.
Yeah. And that's why, we're here to share, and this also could sound cliche, but why Purium is different. So I know it's weird, because ever since we entered the space of, speaking out on network marketing, we've fallen into some people are like, oh, that's what all people say. And I'm like, I didn't even know that's what people say. I had no idea what people say. But what's true for us is that this company stands apart from any other company that I had ever seen in the space of network marketing, and it attracts a very different person. And what I mean by that is, I looked at network marketing, I saw people in network marketing, it seemed really tacky. It seemed like, kind of like these really dolled up suburban moms, or, with like fake nails, and kind of like, I have fake nails that I know, but, just kind of this really polished, like, hair coiffed kind of hey hun woman, or this like
the man who is put together,
the blazer
has
suit,
and the sports jacket, talked fast, he's on stage and he's just like hyping people up, and it's like very salesy.
And it just that whole there's this whole culture around network marketing that just is like a lot of glitz and glam, and I just saw through all of it. And so what attracted us to Purium was that this was all about, we were attracted to the quality of the food. So that was first and foremost. This is all organic food. It was the first company I had seen in the superfood space that had no synthetic ingredients, just all organic, and so much emphasis on the soil quality and how it's raw, dehydrated, and the health benefits. It wasn't about gimmicks or this kind of quick fix or some pill.
Even that it tastes good, and this is honestly such a departure from what a typical raw dehydrated MLM was. That's why at first I was very apprehensive. I was like, this appears on the surface to be just like the 1,000 of other,
because it's in powder form, right?
It's a powder. It comes to your house, and when people don't look at ingredients or have an appreciation of where the ingredients came from, the process that it took to get there, it just it went right over my head at first until I tried.
I felt the nuance because it was me who met, the person who introduced this to me, and she really explained it. I'm also, a very sensitive person. I feel energy, and I just felt that this was a different quality, and the person who was bringing it to me had a different, authenticity to them than I had been approached with in the past. And it really spoke to me, for sure, like just as a customer, I was open-minded to try these foods. I loved that they came in home compostable packaging. That was huge for me. I was already in the space of like wanting to help moms eat healthier and, reduce waste. Yeah. And so that was really in alignment with what I was already doing.
It was actually a business that we had going. We started our own business of silicone bakeware, so it could reuse this, these silicone mats and stuff for baking.
And I was also doing catering on the side, so I was already, in this space where I was exercising. Both Jared and I have we have entrepreneurial like qualities, and we tried so many different. We had ideas, and we tried to get things off the ground, but. There's just so many things to think about when starting your own business that requires so much of time, energy, money that you can't even foresee. So we had attempted many different types of businesses. Anyways, when I saw Purium, it aligned with everything I already was doing. And so I was so open to trying these foods. Now, Jared, like he didn't, like he said, he didn't really... he didn't know what I was getting into. He saw me make a big order.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah, he saw, he just saw that this was, some powder coming in the mail. And it took a little bit more research and a little bit more of patience to allow him to understand what it was. I understood it right away. I felt it. So,
similarly to how the food takes time to work and, rebuild your cells, protect you from the inside. It doesn't happen overnight. And similarly, the opportunity of it all kind of came into focus as we were doing it, because luckily there's no risk involved in doing it. It was free to have our own code, to have the business part of it was free. So, it kind of just made sense to do it.
Yeah. I didn't really think about the business when I started, but when you feel the effects, because I had also been juicing, we had been doing other superfoods, so I was able to compare it to what I was doing, and we realized really quickly that this was something we wanted to continue taking on a daily, regular basis. And it was, like I said, aligned with everything I was already sharing, already trying to do. So it was a no-brainer just to get that code, start sharing it. And I didn't really think about the whole, I didn't even consider it, because the company, the energy is so different. I didn't really even consider it to be an MLM. Now, learning about, because we got in the gateway of loving the foods and then having that other perspective to learn about network marketing from a different, with a different mindset, actually, the network marketing business model is beautiful when applied to an incredible company like this. So I got to understand and be open-minded to learning about why so many people in the world were doing network marketing. There's a reason why it actually creates the most millionaires out of every industry, especially women. But also just like why it was such a big deal, because I never understood who would buy from, because I would never have bought any network marketing company product before, just because I had that, that stigma, or I'd never found anything good. But, with this one, it was going to reach, like what I was so excited about was that this had the potential to reach people who would have never, like ourselves, never done network marketing. But it wasn't until we went to the convention, okay? So we went to the convention. We had just started in the business, really, not quite, we weren't really serious. We were kind of dabbling. But we saw the potential, we were catching the vision, and we decided to go to that convention. And what we saw there really solidified what we felt about this company, because what we saw was who it was attracting. Who this was attracting was not your typical MLM. It wasn't your hey hun. It wasn't your smooth talking salesman. It wasn't, this kind of like, I don't know. It just was such a different culture. It was so grassroots, so authentic, and like you said,
they were the rebels. Yeah, they were like more of a rebellious nature. People who were, tired of a system that was rigged against them, and they wanted to have an impact. They wanted to not only change their health, but be like exemplary of how to live their life. And it was very focused. It wasn't like about different diets and different things. It was just do this, like just add this. And we're all about the adding in nutrients, adding in good stuff,
minerals,
to
and
train your body to heal itself. Like that's our thing, like traditional
it's
Chinese
giving the
medicine,
body
like
an environment, like having access on the daily regular basis of detoxing and nourishment, organic nourishment, which we just don't have access to.
And people
in our
can say,
food
like, why
supply
don't you just
system.
eat these ingredients? Why can't you just go
Can't-
and buy them raw? It's like, I can't juice buckwheat and quinoa and wheatgrass every day. It doesn't
Sprout
make
them,
sense.
juice them, then
It's worthwhile to have that done at
the
a high
wheatgrass
level
too.
and have it brought in.
We already knew the benefits of wheatgrass. Jared and I would treat ourselves every now and then to that little shot of wheatgrass. But to have access at our fingertips
Every day,
it really makes a huge difference. And that's how people truly, it's documented. This is all stuff that is found in, there's thousands of studies, and it's just something that you don't need to even, it doesn't require like scientific studies so much, because this is ancient wisdom of healing, Mother Earth healing. This is
plant medicine,
whole food nutrition,
photosynthesis. Like there's a lot of proven medical benefits to eating these types of foods every day. Plus, we have a superior special probiotic that is proven to remove glyphosate. So this is very unique. There's nothing else like that on the market. So you combine this kind of detoxification with this kind of nourishment consistently, people get results. And this is why
results happen for us really fast. Like, we were already sold on the food when we went to convention. We were already experiencing incredible health benefits. But to go into a room of people and see hundreds of other people who glowing had this, like, you can see when someone is healthy, and to just hear all of these
like
stories.
A 70-year-old who looks like they're 40, people who, and they're
people who had been on the food for 20 years. We got to see the proof in the pudding,
sharing their personal stories. And you see these guys like Troy Casey who vouch for it, who are been doing it a long time, and this is someone with a lot of experience, and that's what we capture. Was there's people who are doing this who are unconventional, like people who are medicine entrepreneurs who already have existing businesses. Were attracted to this because they saw the
potential. The kind of businesses. What we were seeing was the kind of people that it attracted, and it attracted people with very high standards, who were, had so utmost integrity and would never align with anything that was subpar or would deteriorate their brand in any way. So we, we have a lot of people that we work with who already have their own, let's say, organic skincare line. We have a few people in our team like that, and who it attracts people who already are entrepreneurial, already really
minded, motivated, disciplined, like they want to create a new income stream and
help their people more. So we work with a lot of healers who are already, even in medicine, we work with a lot of nurses, a lot of people who are so highly educated in medicine, but they really want to get to the root cause now and help their patients even more deeply, and also prevent, we want to, so a lot of the people who are attracted to Purium, what we saw was it was the highest quality people. We looked around the room, and that's what truly blew our mind, that we were in the right place, was that this is not your mama's MLM or whatever kind of, stigma, because this was attracting people who would have never been in MLM before.
And just like a primer on network marketing, it's a $200 billion, I don't want to say industry, it's just like a type of work. It's bigger than NFL, bigger than the film industry. It's massive. And there's a reason for that. And if you look at network marketing as a type of work versus like a regular 9 to 5, investing, owning your own company, like if you list the pros and cons of all those different types of jobs, which we've done, you know, I was a freelancer for many years. We had our own businesses. I worked for a company. I had a small team. Like, I feel like I have a good gauge of the types of ways to make money. Network marketing stands apart. And this is why I think it's very misunderstood. How could you do what takes people 40 years to accomplish in 4 years? And that's a very powerful book for the 4-year career, because when you understand that leveraging other people, and networking is really just talking to people, it's meeting new people, and that's good for anything. Anything you want to be doing, you want to be connecting to lots of people. So here's a way that you're like accelerated into that type of business. So
so the one thing that holds people back in this, and I think if you're watching this and you're not ready to take that step to learn more, most people, it's because they are scared of what people will think of them. And I understand
that's actually one of the one of the few cons of network marketing is overcoming judgment, like overcoming this, like people, profiling you as like you're a network marketer, you're an MLM person.
But I will say that if that's holding you back, that is holding you back in a lot of other areas of your life, okay? And once we can get over that hump of caring what people think of us, that opens us up to incredible other possibilities. Because what we've learned, and that was my biggest probably like trauma in life or whatever, was like, it was that people pleasing tendency to really, like, my biggest fear was to be rejected. Yes, it was like to be rejected. It was to not fit in, to not belong. And so I lived my life trying so hard to just please everyone, fit in. And where did that lead me? That led me to, tons of mental health issues, lots of, just a lot of bad things. I'll tell you that. So, truly what is holding us back, that threshold is actually we need to face that one. Okay. That's a big one, that this business, like Jared said, is the 4-year career. I also find is like a 4-year boot camp into personal development to get us to another level of confidence. I'm still working on this every day. I'm working on my confidence. I'm working on showing up and being seen and overcoming these fears. But this is because of this business that pushes me to do that. I wouldn't be here today on camera if I hadn't been pushed to, put myself out there. And what a blessing that is for anything you're ever going to do in life, because anything you're going to do in life, you have to get yourself out there. You have to be seen. You have to promote yourself, right? Even if you're an artist, if you're working for whatever, it doesn't matter. If you want to be successful, it requires a level of not caring what people think and putting ourselves out there. So if that's a blockage for you, then that's the reason why this would be so, so valuable for you to do. Yeah.
And not everyone does it the same way, just because we're out there, we put ourselves on stage like that. You could do it differently, but if you show up authentically talking about the mission and what you love about it, it could take off. And this is why people see rapid growth. Why you could do in 4 years what normally takes 40 is because you are pushed through this. It's like ripping the Band-Aid really fast of rejection, of, entrepreneurship and leading a business and being a leader, like usually that could take years, maybe decades before you get to that place. And here we're doing it amplified, accelerated, because you learn as you earn in this business. Yeah,
it is really incredible. There's so much value to be gained from it. And I just want to be here for the people who, I want to make sure people aren't holding back from something that could change their life and could be what they're exactly praying for, and they just don't even know it. It fit every single level of what I was praying for in my life. It has improved my life in every single possible way. It's improved our marriage. It's improved us as parents. It's improved our social skills and just our financial.
It's opened the door to all these really our
health
beautiful
and wealth,
opportunities. Yeah.
Health, wealth, and community is really what it's all about.
And because you're encouraged and rewarded for talking to people, the more people you talk to, the better. And these other people, these new people that we've opened connections with, have opened other new opportunities. You know, we got to house sit someone's beautiful house in California for 3 months. They're just like, come on in. You know, other business opportunities, like investment opportunities, just appear because you are
well connected.
You're supported in getting out there and talking to lots of
people. And
people.
if you do have another business, like we have a friend who's a jewelry designer, you know, she's able to, what's so cool is, you know, you build your network, and whatever you know, if we want to create a clothing line right now, I feel really confident that we would have an incredible supportive market, a warm market to begin with, you know. It's really valuable. You can't pay for that kind of network, and it's just highly sought out by anyone who wants to be successful. It's all about having a network. So network marketing is for everyone. I just believe it's for anyone who wants to improve their quality of life, who wants to improve themselves. And, you know, it's just a beautiful thing that we have this free, it sounds too good to be true. And so that's almost also what holds a lot of people back. But until
they're suspicious, and that kind of skepticism, it comes from a mindset of, you know, you work for a reward, your time is in exchange for money. And once you go outside of that paradigm, people are wary, they're scared. Like I was like, we're just going to lose money with this thing. That's the cliche I hear all the time, that people lose money in MLMs. But the fact is
this is just
they
food.
just weren't, you know, they weren't educated, they weren't connected.
You can't lose in this company. And that's where I think a lot of other companies, you know, dwindle or fizzle out, because it's only so much essential oils you can consume, or, you know, ugly leggings or whatever other company that there's out there.
We don't like knocking other companies.
I
but
mean,
we do it sometimes because there's a reason. Like, these things have bad reputations. Like at their core, there's something a little rotten.
You may like this product. Let's say, like, you know, okay, you loved a pair of leggings and they have an affiliate marketing with it, but there's just a cap to how much, you know, people will buy of that. There's a cap to how much you can consume of that. With this is something we consume on the daily basis. So what I love is it's free with your purchase, and you really don't have to make a huge purchase every month. It's as much as just like a green juice to have every day, which is so, like, it's just, you would, once you have this in your life, you'll want to be eating this food anyways every day. So the fact that there's just this opportunity that comes with it, it's like just the food that pays you to eat it. Where else do you find that? You know, like, it's as if you shop at Whole Foods and they're like, if you share $50 gift cards at Whole Foods with your friends and family, you'll get, you know, points towards more food.
There's no requirement. You're still going to buy it anyways. No one's forcing you to do anything.
You have no boss. You have no...
The only trouble is people, like, I'll show you the comp plan in a second, where, you know, it looks like there's like a high failure rate, but a lot of people, they just don't do anything. They just want to be customers. And
they should stay as customers. And that's, we encourage, actually. So a lot of other MLMs, why we stand apart is we're the growers and the manufacturers of our food. So we don't have those same, like, this is really focused on the food and customers. This is all about health first. So we encourage that you stay a customer, and, you know, a lot of other companies really want to recruit you right away into the business. We're like, no, please stay a customer. Unless you really have someone ready to order and you really want to share this, that is not something we push anyone to do.
No. So we can't emphasize enough that this is just a personal development company with a compensation plan built in. So I'll just show you quickly, you know, this is our opportunity website, and it just outlines some details. And then our compensation plan is just really showing you the raw numbers. So there's nothing really to hide here. We show here at the top what you're earning, what your commissions are. You're paid 5 times a month. Commissions every week, and then a bonus at the end of the month. You're paid on every $1,000 of customer sales. You get $50 extra, and that's every month. And then for brand partners, you're paid on that as well. This fast start is essentially when you decide to be a distributor, a brand partner, you can double up on the amount of bonuses you can earn. So this is what's on the table. This is what's possible. $3,500 in extra bonuses on top of your commissions.
You could be making that in for your first month.
And this is what we help people do. And just by hitting these milestones, having 2 customers, for instance, then you get $100 bonus. And us as mentors will also get a matching bonus. So this is something that duplicates really well. Even though we ourselves didn't go fast, we help people go fast and duplicate that.
Yeah, we have much better systems now, and we've created a lot of really great tools to help people and we coach, we have a lot of experience now with this.
So it wasn't until we went up in rank, and director was a milestone, but diamond is really when you enter the sharing pool. So you get a profit share of what all the diamonds are making in the company. And that works out to about,
which is going up and up and up.
Yeah, couple thousand, maybe $3,000 a month on top of your bonuses and commissions. So that was a game changer, because as you can see, these are income disclosure statements. This is an average annual earnings, by rank. So, at this rank, sure, it was just a side income. It wasn't making enough money to cover the cost of our products and maybe pay a few extra bills or something like that. We just grew organically. And then once we hit diamond, this is usually an average annual salary for someone making, minimum wage, let's say. But that is enough extra income for us to lean away from regular work.
Yeah.
And I stepped in fully, and this is how I essentially retired. Allison retired me because it was our vision together to do this. So now we're here at 2-star crown rank. We're almost 3-star. And
so much fun. It's like a game, and what I love is it's a game that is so functional. Like it's real results.
You don't just get fake screen rewards. You actually get checks in the mail.
You get checks in the mail. You get results with people's
or direct deposit.
Health.
You can set up however you want.
Yeah, sharing this is pure pleasure. Seeing, when I shared it with my friend Ivka, who I didn't even know was having a tumor growing under her arm. People don't talk about their health issues, so we never know who is like needing this. But I just shared it with her because I knew she was going through some menopause stuff. And, she called me 6 days in crying, saying she could lift her arm and dress herself again because her tumor was shrinking and her menopause, all her symptoms just went away, and just hearing these stories of real people that we share it with encourages us every single day to keep sharing this, because there's just the reward is so huge. But on top of it, we're getting paid real money in real time. So it's like as many people as you help is how many people, how much money you're going to make.
So for instance, I'll just reflect back to this. The reason that we're at this rank is because we've helped many people. Currently, we have about 80 people at this director level, making enough to cover their product. We have several diamonds, a few color diamonds. So it's not all just for us. It's because we helped other people get to these ranks, make some extra income, that we are where we're at.
Yeah.
And that's really important, because people think that like in an MLM, all the money kind of funnels up, but there's people everywhere in this organization, in this tree structure, that are doing very well. It's not just people at the top.
No, and some people have different, everyone has different goals. Some people just want, they're working a job, or they have a business that they love. They just want to be making a few $100 extra a month. And, there's a few people who are very happy with just, $3,000 extra a month, and they can retire off that, so there's just different, whatever your goals are, we help people to achieve that for themselves. We never put we have huge vision for ourselves, and we don't push that. We share that vision with others who want the same thing, but we don't, shame anyone for whatever level of success they want to
promise
achieve.
These things like these values that are in this comp plan. This is what people actually make. This is not a projection or anything, but we can't promise that you will make that.
No, because it
like
requires,
any startup, there's this death valley at the beginning where you're maybe seemingly putting more in than you're getting out, but we are programmed to exchange time for money. So if you still want to think like that, and funnily enough, like just tapping into the fear of rejection and worried about what other people think, is at the beginning, And still to this day, the type of people who are attacking, antagonizing us, kind of belittling us, like if would kind of like at first it would bother me, but then I realized like these people like aren't very successful themselves. Like no one who's doing really well in life is going to be antagonizing people in an MLM. So that's a good indicator that there's people who are broke, who are wage committed.
Too much pride.
They're
they're triggered by it because they themselves either have like that ego pride getting in the way of them actually doing it, or they just have zero belief in them, like very low belief in themselves. And so they're very triggered by, to them that is seemingly this,
that we can
they'll
achieve
just project
success.
they'll project some negative things just to protect themselves. That's what we've learned. It's a reflection of how anyone who's trying to bring you down, it's something within them. It's not personal to you.
And I get why someone who's like, let's say in an allopathic field in medicine or whatever, they went through years and years of education, of training, they paid a lot of money, they're working a career. I understand why they would be frustrated by someone who came in with zero experience, nutrition experience, learned on their toes, and are actually helping people feel better and get better. Like, I get it. That could be a threat to you, but understand we are only in this business to help people. Like, we do not
I want to
screw
say
people
something
over.
to that. Well, I'm here for the ones like myself. The reason I had every opportunity in the past few years to go and get some degrees to back up what I'm sharing about nutrition, or to give myself some extra credential. But why I've chosen not to, that's a choice, because I am here to help people like myself who really struggled in school and in these maybe allopathic systems and just, were hurt by these systems. I'm here to show people there's another way. So my purpose is to do it without the traditional education. And I needed to see others like myself. I needed to see Dave and Amy and other leaders in this, very successful, and people who have helped a lot of people. I needed to see them to believe that I could do this too. And so I live to pay that forward.
Yeah. And, the non-traditional aspects of it, it's like Purium, because they're a 30-year-old company, they knew what it was like, because when they used to be at the beginning, they would be the wholesalers. So they would provide to private labels and be on shelf level retail. But in retail environment, it's very costly. A lot of the money goes into transportation, shelf.
Well, just the wholesale price, right? Okay, so any retail company, and I worked in retail like for many, many years, and I know we would buy dresses from markets at maybe, a few dollars and mark them up to like by like 80%. Okay. Some markups, like it's at least 50% profit. It has to be at least a 50% profit margin for them to make money. So any retail, if you go into any, organic food shop or any retail, right? Anything you're buying on the shelf, just understand that the store bought it for 50% less. So they bought it for half the price, at least, maybe mostly more. And that's why they have to, double it. So what we have is a direct sales. So people are often asking, am I paying more for this product because the company has to pay out all these distributors, right? The answer is no. We're getting it at 25% discount, and then offering the 25% discount to our customers. The way that is profitable for the company is that's still a 50%. That still works into their 50% profit. The margin that they would be making if they were to sell it to retail. They would always, as wholesalers, Purium was wholesale, and they still are wholesalers. They still have a wholesale division, and they have to sell it they have to the way that the profit margins were, they sell it at 50% or whatever less than what the retail store is selling it for. So that's already built in. And then on top of it, companies have to pay for marketing, which Purium doesn't pay for. They have to pay for retail space. So whether you're going to be at the top or the bottom, whatever, that's going to be extra. They're
And
going
then
to
the
pay
loss
for
is the products that they don't sell.
so many things on the way. And
So there's a lot of hangups, a lot of drawbacks to going at retail level that direct sales just kind of outweighs all
Purium
that.
wouldn't be able to, okay? So the way Dave explains it is, our quality standards are just too high for what is on the store shelf right now. And that would make our product like way too expensive next to what's on the store shelf if they wanted to go retail. So that's why they've created the direct sales. We call it farm to family distribution, because we're cutting out, we are the middlemen, we are the marketing. This is our company. Purium is like a blank slate. They're just the organic wholesalers as we see it. We are the franchise.
We take the same pride in it as if it was our own business.
Completely.
And we don't have to deal with transportation and accountants and shipping and all that hang-ups of regular businesses.
I hear all the time, people, well, not all the time, but a lot of people, it's come up a few times, well, why wouldn't I just start my own superfoods business? Well, good luck with that. When you understand what goes into the 30 years that Dave has, created these relationships with the farms that that we use, and the quality control and all the testing, and
it's already
the packaging.
pretty perfected.
You would never
we could just do the fun stuff now. We can just market it our own way, enjoy it, and just live like freedom. So,
what I love is actually,
we don't have a sales background, by the way. We both came in with no sales.
I sucked at sales, but we're very passionate people. And so what I love is Purium. This is the Camu that I'm just drinking now. It's such a blank slate. Like even their branding, even Jared, he's itching he's like, why don't we get better branding? And Dave explains, like, this is up to you to brand it. This is up to you to that's why we keep it really minimal. They don't pay anything in terms of any marketing or branding. So that's really up to us as distributors. And that's why we've been so successful, is because we have so much fun with it. We love the creative aspect of building our own business, but without the stress and like all those things that we just said before.
So just check it out. If this seems to align with your values and you want to explore it, connect with us. We were happy to guide you. And just to take a quick look at the enrollment site. So most people start with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Package because it's very complete. This works out to about $12 a day for 2 meals, 2 meal replacements, the pre and probiotic, the parasite cleanse, the amino acids, which is raw or protein, the best quality protein
pre-digested,
source. And then the apothecary, which is like a sleep aid and anti-inflammatory. So this is what most people start with. It's
so complete. I always recommend the ULT, and there's some other ULTs more pertain to different goals. But if don't get overwhelmed, if you cannot go wrong with starting with the basic ULT, that's how I started. That's how my skin issues went away, my mental health cleared up, Jared lost his asthma and his allergies. We can't be making any claims, but we are just sharing. This is, it changed our life, and it's not because there's any magic ingredient. It's really about creating an environment. That's why I love the ULT, because you can really create that environment that your body knows what to do and knows how to heal itself and just get out of its way and start to gently detox. It's just so complete, takes the guesswork out of it.
Yeah, and you're not restricting yourself like other, supposed root cause solutions. It forces you to keep track of what you're eating and counting calories and things like that. We don't do that.
No.
We just add in the good stuff. So depending on your budget, any one of these packages will give you the business for free. So as soon as you add one of these packages to your cart, then you'll see the business.
But I always recommend you start as a customer. You have 30 days. Actually, if you go on Smart Order, most people will go on Smart Order and add the Core 4 as the daily maintenance. And if you have that set up,
That's this.
You have, at any point in your journey along the way, you can upgrade. As soon as, what happened with me was people at work were noticing my skin and asking me. I had a girl like, what are you using on your skin? You're glowing. Are you tan? Did you go away? I was like, no, I'm just drinking this green juice every day. It's amazing. And she wanted it too. So, as soon as like we become the product, right, we're attracting people as we heal. I like to say we get paid to heal ourselves, because people will come to you and you'll start to think of people in your life that you'll want to share this with. So I don't encourage anyone to get the business until they have, at least one person ready to order. And
get a feel for it yourself.
Yeah, fall in love with it first.
We don't just recruit because that's this like negative stereotype. It doesn't make sense for us to do that.
No.
Unless you're happy and enjoying your products and you feel like you could share it too. Then
and like I said, this is for everyone, but we're not looking for everyone. We're looking for people who are motivated, who are creative,
and who don't give a shit what other people think.
Yeah, or at least are open to learning how not to give a shit what people think. Because I did give a shit, and I've learned through this business so much how to overcome these blockages and limitations that were affecting me in all areas of my life. And this business comes with unforeseen blessings in your life. We can't even tell you what is going to happen, because everyone has unique experiences, but I will tell you, no one regrets it. You cannot regret. There's no risk. You just feel it for yourself. And if you don't feel it, you can get your money back. Mm-hmm. You have 60 days to just try it and see for yourself. So
there's a lot of perks to Purium. We want to work with
kind humans. Yeah. That is our tribe. We are Kind Human Tribe. We want to work with kind humans because I don't have time for, mean people in my life anymore. We are all about helping people. We're helping the planet. We're all about solutions. We want to work with people who, want to work with us and who want to collaborate, and just how we can help each other. That's what we're always about. So
yeah, we're going to link arms, and, the consumable health food business is not going anywhere. Health
is not going out of style.
It'll always be trendy. And here we are, representatives and distributors of making an impact on soil health, on microbial health, and we just want to increase diversity. So come on in, we can use you.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to see green juice in your life and on the counters of every home in North America and Europe and all over the world, join us today. This is the mission. We want to make healthy cool. We want to make it accessible, and we need all of us together to lock arms in this mission and inspire and encourage each other. So
thank you very much for watching. Talk to you soon.
Join us.